Flosstube. This is Jerica, Daybreak Stitcher, here on Flosstube and Instagram. I am in a different location, but I'll explain that later. As for today, it is Saturday. I don't even know. Is it 16th? Anyway, it's Saturday. I'm in Utah. It is so pretty outside. So I didn't want to be down in my normal location, which is my son's gaming room, because it's so pretty, like right now. It's so pretty. Anyway, so I want to say a special thank you to everyone that my new subscribers from my last video and viewers. If you like what you see, any content, you can always subscribe, like, share, do all the stuff. For new people, hi, welcome. I appreciate you stopping by. I hope I can show you some stuff that I've been working on. And I don't know if you know this yet, but I'm all about sales. So we can always start something, right? So for the rest of today, okay, so for today's video, it's a little like kind of, it's gonna be a mess. It's gonna be a mess, only because like I have a lot of information, but it's not like gonna take us forever to get through this. Okay, so let's get caught up. Life events. It's been like probably what, 2.5 weeks. I have not stitched that much because I've actually been trying to dabble in gardening. And I've been working on some things for a couple years and it's been awful, but I am going to try a few hacks. I'm going to try a few hacks. I'm going to try a few things. And actually there's a challenge that I found from a homesteader that I found on YouTube. And I think it's like a 3-month challenge to not go grocery shopping and to try to eat everything that's in your house. We'll see. So I think I might try that for 2 months. We'll see. Anyway, so I've been working on my garden for the most part, and then just learning how to like cook from scratch. So I learned how to make pizza dough. Again, I used to have a good recipe, and then for some reason, like it just kept messing up. But anyway, so that's what I've been doing. So I think out of the last like 2.5 weeks, I think I probably stitched good for maybe 7 days. So I'm just going to show you what I've been doing since then. For new subscribers and new watchers of my show, this is a show mostly about cross stitch. I do throw in a few life updates, but there's not really that much going on, which is good, right? But it's mostly about cross stitch. I've been stitching since the September of 2021. Trivia things about me. Okay. I was born in Pittsburgh, Pennsylvania. And in Pittsburgh, especially like in the beginning of like from 2005 to 2015 or so, there were a lot of movies being made in Pittsburgh. And so I kind of jumped into that, and I was like playing extras in movies that were made in Pittsburgh. That's one thing. I love film, cinema, all the stuff that has to do with that. Before I moved to Utah, I used to drive a semi-truck, and I drove a school bus for many years, and I enjoyed it. I don't do that now. I take care of a 2-year-old, my youngest caboose of the family. I have 6 children. I have 2 grandchildren. I have a wedding, like people are getting married. My kids are getting married. So it's kind of nice. So it's kind of busy, but not. It's more like anxious, but it's not really. But that's what I've been doing. That's my life updates. That's who I am for you to know. All right, so for the, another thing that I'm doing is, it's called a no-buy. I'm doing my own little challenge that a lot of my really good stitchy friends have joined in on. It's no-buy till July. And there's we'll get into that later. I think that's all the hashtags that I'm pretty much, you know, doing for myself, because that's all I got. I'm just learning. I'm dabbling. I dabble. But here's what I've been doing since my last video. I have been framing some things. Now, there were some things that I had to get framed. So I'm going to show you my FFOs. Starting with one, I'm going to sandwich it in because they're stacked over here and I don't know how to fix it. Okay, so here is, and I will actually include the details of my finishes so I don't have to fuddle my way through this whole thing. So here's something that I framed myself. It's a hot mess on the back, but we did this. I pinned my finish. So here is my first pin finish. I got this frame at Hobby Lobby for like $6 in their clearance. There's no glass. I did use some of the puffy stuff. I'm not crafty. Okay, what is it called? You know that, the puffy stuff in the back. So it's puffy and it looks really good. There's no frame or no glass, but here's what I did. You want to look at that? I'll get the rest, but for right now, it's in the frame and it's as good as it's gonna be. I like it. I think the frame actually complements a lot of the colors that are inside of that. So that's one of my FFOs that I worked on for the last 2.5 weeks. Here's something that I actually finished, another FFO that I had framed professionally, and I think you're gonna like it. You ready? Okay, this is Modern Folk Embroidery, Think Twice, and this is for my son's birthday. Here it is. It's Think Twice. All done. No glass, because it's going in his room. And I got this frame from Hobby Lobby. This is all from Hobby Lobby because I wanted the frame to be able to kind of mature with him. So I figured these colors would be great. And what are the odds? If you're using a highly variegated floss and you just want to know what to do with it, here is an example for you. Look at that. This is Silks for You, Silks, but I'll just put a picture up so I don't have to think about it. But isn't this so pretty? Got it finished. So, and I actually showed it to him already because his birthday is like next month, but you know, he's 2. And I was like, do you like it? And he's like, I like it. So I'll ask him when he's 20 if he still likes it. Okay, so this is one that I have also finished myself. I pinned it, but the back is a hot mess. But I'm glad that I was able to find a frame that would fit this because it was still like, I don't know, I need to start figuring out my fabrics. Okay, so this is another Modern Folk Embroidery FFO that I finished last year. This is called Kindness and Fortitude. So here is, it does have glass. This is also from Hobby Lobby, but I framed it myself and I'm still pretty happy with it. It's not, it doesn't have the, I'm not like, I don't have the tools and stuff, but we're gonna get it. We're gonna get it like soon. So here it is. I use Silks for You, green, silks for the wording. It's just one color. This is Fabric Flare, and it is done. It is FFO'd and ready to be on my wall. Yay! This was a sale that I joined with my friend Ashley and my friend Emmy, and yay! This one is mine. I would like to get one of those pictures where we like all get together and bring them because there are different colors, different stitch sizes, and it would just be really cool if we got a picture with all of them together. My friend Shiloh, I seen hers when I first started cross stitching, and hers is like in a crew. Very mature colors, very nice. And I think that inspired me and my friend Ashley to start ours. Looks so pretty, worth it. Okay, here's my last FFO. Okay, it's gorgeous, it's stunning. However, there's a lot. It's not as big It's not as big as it's popping out to be. The FFO really blew it up. But this is Flosstubers Unum by Jan Hicks of Jan Hicks Creates. What? Look at that. I do have glass because this is just too nice to be trying to risk anything. So, okay. This is Flosstubers Unum. The, sorry about the light. So the fabric is, I think it's a mystery fabric from, oh, anyway, different stuff. But the floss is Cosmo, pulled from Stash, my own floss conversion. And the stars and the block of blue are NPR, no, they're Silks for You. But here's it's all finished. Yay! It's massive. I couldn't find the right matting in the frame for the fabric choice, so I need to be more, I don't know, I need to figure out more of what I'm gonna do with something before I decide on what fabric to use. And then also like the finish size, I could have been a little bit more in control of that, so that way I didn't have to like have it custom. But either way, look, it's massive. Okay, but it's mostly just frame. Like you see, like the actual finish itself is not really that big. But it's FFO'd and ready for my wall. This was also finished at Hobby Lobby, framed at Hobby Lobby. So those are my 4 FFOs since the last time that I filmed. And I've been working on a few things, but I'm dropping stuff. But as I said, like I've not really been stitching that much because I have been working on, you know, like gardening and cooking and things like that. So I'm going to show you what I did work on. And I think I might have shown this before, but I'm going to show you again because it's right here. So I started working on Pandemic, which I will show a cover page right here. And this is the only progress that I made since I started on it. And I only worked on it for like a few days. So this is like maybe what, 2 days of work. I'm starting in the bottom right-hand corner of the design because I kind of like starting there. But it's a lot of backstitch in there. And this is not Silks for You. This is actually color and cotton. It's a hank of it. Well, it's more than a hank, it's a lot. I know I'll have plenty once this is all done, but I love the life that it brings, my fabric. This is also Fox and Rabbit, which I'll put a description of all that on here. But it's so nice. So nice, so nice. So that's as far as I got on Pandemic. I know it's gonna be, that was actually, Pandemic is my, my leap year project. So I joined the SAL for leap year. So, you know, I have 4 years to get through it. I think I can do it though. I think that I can do it. Yeah. Okay. So another thing, my friend Julie, Julie and Stitches, she and I occasionally like to have a week or so where we just work on smalls. And so I decided to pull out a small, and I kept telling myself, like, you know, I have so much Jacob of Modern Folk embroidery designs that maybe I should just do a small of something different. So here is Lots of Love by Jacob of Modern Folk Embroidery. I am making it as a companion piece for another finish that I have. And this is as far as I've gotten. It's not big. It's not big at all. But this is as far as I've gotten. This fabric is so pretty. I think it's called like Dusty Rose. It's Fabric Flare. Victorian Rose. So this is Victorian Rose by Fabric Flare. And this is as far as I've gotten. So I just need to fill in the middle part and it'll be done. But I'm using all the same floss from my other sampler, which I'll insert a picture right here, and kind of like put them both together so you can kind of see where I'm looking at with these. Okay. Companion pieces, I think they're gonna work well. Okay, so I started on this one. I'm using the same floss and fabric from my original sampler, and all it needs is like another day and it'll be done. So I'm more active on Instagram with all my post updates, so I'm sure I'll have that when I finish it up there. Another finish that I got, well, it's not quite finished, but it is finished, is the Salentine from Modern Folk and Evertote. I used, I believe this is Panettone from Roxy Floss, and I'm using their floss, but it's not their called for. These are flosses from the 2022 Christmas box, Stitch Along, that I never finished, but I have a lot of their floss left because their boxes come with a lot of floss. So this is as far as I got. I just need to personalize it, and I was unsure, which is why a lot of stuff isn't personalized, because I'm unsure if like how I want it to be laid out. I know I have limited space, but I can be really short, and so I don't want it to be so short that it looks weird. But I'm just dropping everything. So it is done. It is ready to be personalized and then framed, or finished in one way or another. So I have that I finished. This month I was talking with my friends who went to Jacob Palooza, and I don't know, I know Shiloh pulled hers out, and I really want to spend like a ton more time on this. This is, let me grab the cover sheet. I should be more prepared because I'm in such a pretty environment, but I'm not. So this is Modern Folk embroidery. It's called Tirji and Gurji, and I'm mispronouncing it, but you get it. This is what it is. And I actually like broke this up into 12 blocks, which is, yeah, like the pages. I think there's 12 pages on the whole thing. And because it's so like, dense in there, you would think 12 pages isn't really that much, but there's a lot. It's a lot of stitching on one page, but I'm not scared. I'm gonna do it. It's just stitches. Like, there's back stitching too, but here's how far I've gotten so far on this one. And I said I would dedicate like a lot of my time in March to this one. So I did do these colors, and then I started on these Frisian style alphabet. So I still have like another set of letters down here, and then that from here down will be the end of page 1. So I want to try to finish page 1 by the end of this month. So I have this like sitting right next to where I stitch, and my TV is there, so I'm just trying to keep it nearby so I can just grab it, pick it up. These back stitching, I'm starting to get the hang of it. Jacob kind of gave me some tips on it. So if you're stitching this, if you want to visit my Instagram, where I posted my last picture of this, he does give a little tip on how you can get through the back stitching a little easier. And since I've done that, it actually does work. So thank you, Jacob. I appreciate you. Okay, and then I got the floss back, so I'm doing it all according to what the pattern was drafted to be. I did pull out my ink circles. Where are you? Okay, so I did pull out my ink circles. It's Circular Logic, and I only put a few strands in there because Sunday I was home and I wasn't sure like what I wanted to stitch on, and this just so happened to be really close by, and for some reason I was just like, yeah, I want to work on this for just a few. So I just put a few strands in there, so it's not anything like, anything too impressive, but this is as far as I got. So I did finish some more of the outlining. I completed the whole circle, which wasn't as bad as when I got started. And I plan to pull it out a little bit more to kind of finish this other circle over here, and then it comes down a little bit. So I think like this might be a lot of fabric that I don't even need to have. But this is a 46 count XG Designs linen, and it's so pretty. Deep down inside, I think I might keep this for myself. I was debating on if I should give it to a niece or grandchild or just myself. But here's the floss for this. This is these two colors. And this is how they look. It's pretty impressive. I like it. So I pulled those out. I didn't really stitch on anything else in the last couple of weeks because I had those two that I wanted to focus on. However, we're moving our segment into, you heard it. Okay, so I'm doing a no buy till July. And you know, a few of my friends have been like super supportive, and I love you for being so supportive. And so I went to my Stitchy group. It was Sundown Stitchers at Gardner Village, and it was this past Friday. No, because it's Saturday now. So the last week, like the Friday before. And so I kind of thought that they're coming back from market, so they don't have anything. It's, you know, it's probably gonna be like a month or so before they actually have everything that wasn't pre-ordered. Like, you know, they come back, they have their pre-orders, it's all gone. So the little lingering leftovers. And I got like a month or so before we get there, so I should be okay. I'm not gonna buy anything. So let me show you what I bought. Okay. Well, first off, I'm gonna start with this. My subscription for XJude for the month of February came yesterday. So I do want to show you that. Okay, so this is a 40 count. It's called Coral. And here's her free gift that came on there. And it's kind of showing off a little too like sherbety. It's more of very corally colored than what is shown up. But I think when I start stitching on it, then you'll actually get to see it a more like, you know, a better looking color of it. But basically it's coral. And it's so pretty because I signed up for braids because I need braids. And man, this is bright. So we have that. That's my fabric of the month. I do have Fox and Rabbit, but I think I showed that too. I think I showed that. My Fox and Rabbit fabric of the month. If I didn't, I have that here too, because I kind of keep everything collected, you know, in one place until I show it, and then I can put it away. Because as soon as it's put away, I'm like, I don't know where it went. I don't know where it went. So here is my Fox and Rabbit fabric of the month. It's called Full Moon. Well, that's a good picture. I spelled right there. The purple-ish colors are not as bright, but there's still like some pretty good color in there. There you go. So I have 40 count, and I sign up for their half. So the half yards. So I have that. That's my fabric of the month. My friend, for Stitchy Kindness, my friend Crystal got me the leftover piece of her linen because she stitched Byron Blackbird. I think it's called Byron's Blackbird by Stitchy, the artsy housewife. And so she stitches on it. So I got a piece cut on the same fabric that she gifted to me, so I can stitch it on here because I kind of want to give this to my son-in-law because his name. So this is very pretty. I don't know what it's called yet, but I will when I start using it. Okay, so my friend, this is more Stitchy. We're gonna get into Stitchy Kindness before we get into the other stuff. Okay, so my friend Carrie, chalkboard. My friend Carrie had gifted me with this fabric from Live and Die LA. One, because one of my friends is stitching something really cool on hers, and I really liked it, and she just thought that was not quite what she wanted. I normally go, I like the modeling, but I like more veins than modeling, but I mean, in person, it doesn't look that bad, so I could totally find something to put on this. So this is 36 count chalkboard. We doing some stuff. We doing some stuff. Okay. What else is there? Is that all the Stitchy kindness? I feel like I'm missing something, and I could be. Anyway. So it's Sundown Stitchers. Listen. Okay. So I'll have to put the names with it because the names were not included in this fabric, but they had this stuff. They had the market stuff that they came back with. It was there. It was right there. It was on a table, just laid out for my eyes to be attracted to. And it was really crazy because there was a lot of people there. One, because it was sundown, and I got there actually on time because my friend took me, because I'm a late person. I'm late all the time. But there were still a lot of people like shuffling around. And so I'm like, what are y'all shuffling for? What's going on? What's going on? What's going on? So of course I grabbed some fabric. This was one piece. I believe this is, let me double check here. Okay, so I believe this is 40 count, and I'll put the name next to it. And these are all forbidden fiber. I kind of want to, I don't know. I'll get it, and then I'll send it to you. So we got this color. I needed some grays. Everyone needs grays. This is like a really good gray. It's not quite blue enough to be like high of blue, not quite green enough to be high of green. This is a very good gray. So I got this. This is 40 count. Got a piece of this because why not? And it's 46 count. It's not as dark. It's a little bit lighter, but you know, the struggles of trying to capture true colors. It's okay. So I got those fabrics. And then, you know, why not? We got some patterns, y'all. We got some patterns. So I grabbed this Americana Blue October House Fiber Arts. I got this one. I'm really excited about this one because I've never stitched anything like this yet. I also grabbed from, oh, this is a companion piece of the Pennsylvania Christmas Deer. Pennsylvania Christmas 2, Shakespeare's Peddler. I think I have the other one, but, oh yeah, I do. I have that one. So this one's 1. And then this one's 2. Whoops, sorry. This one's 2. I got a set. So this one is, it was supposed to be for the, because I didn't know. I was trying not to watch too much market stuff because I'm on a diet. So Classic Colorworks came out with 3 new market releases, okay? So this one, and this one. And as I guess to thank you for getting those colors, they gave you a pattern as well. So this is Little House Needleworks, ABC Floral. That's cute. So these colors will help, are in there. So you can kind of see how they're stitched up. Pretty cool. I think so. So I got them. And then, of course, because I just really like it. And I already have like all of the other like rules. So I got Primrose Cottage, 4th of July rules. What? I only have autumn finished, but I still need to work on Christmas and Hive, and now I have the 4th of July. I didn't want to go with too many of the other ones. I don't need like the full set, but these ones are really calling to me. Like, this is so, like, it's cheering up my mind when I look at it. So I had to get it. It was right there. Then I had to get some ones that I thought were like very different, because I'm tending to like lean toward a comfort of my stitching. And on occasion, it's not very often, I try to pull myself out of what I would normally be attracted to and try to open my mind up to new designs. Not designers per se, but I'm open to designers too, but just new designs, a new look. And so here was one that I thought was really cool. And I was watching the camping stitcher. I forget her name, but you know, the camping stitcher on Flosstube. She actually has this one too, so I might reach out to her whenever she wants to start it and we can start a sell. But this one is called Some of My Favorite Things, and it makes me want to sing. Oh, so I think from what I understand, she was thinking about doing this in sections, you know, like instead of doing it as a whole piece, but just taking out a few things every, you know, here and there. And I kind of want to stitch it all as one. And I do think I have like a good fabric. Okay, stay focused, stay focused. I have a good fabric that might actually work to really make this into one whole piece. But yeah, Some of My Favorite Things by Rosewood Manor. I'm doing the Bake Me a Quaker style with EJ, and it's because like I don't think either of us have ever finished a Rosewood Manor, so it's kind of good to help you, encourage you to try something different, which is why I like Sal's, because it really does help me to exercise. You know, just stepping out, seeing a few new things, trying a few new things. So, because you never know. But here's another Rosewood Manor that I got because I thought, okay, it's not quite monochromatic, because I do love me a good monochromatic, but it's still very, very different. It's very different. I think I want to get into this. And it's not very big. It's like 148 by 146. They stitched it on 28 count. I'm probably going to go a little bit higher, so it really won't be that big. And I think I want to do it. Okay, so that was another one. And I think that's my last pattern. So, yeah. I kept it cool. And what I did want to do, so I have not reached 500 subscribers yet, but I'm not quite done yet. There are a few things that I'm still waiting to come back in. But my plans before I draw, because I wanted to do like a Stitchy Kindness when I reached 500 subscribers. So if you're new and you haven't subscribed yet, but you're kind of liking what you're seeing, then hi, welcome. It'll be so great. So what I have here, okay, so this is floral motif that you can see I'm behind on. I still need to stitch like a good 25 flowers in order to, you know, get caught up on this goal. So this is a close-up of the design. So you can see there's a bunch of different flowers in there. There's tinies in there, so I know I can get through it. But it's just been sitting there because I was focusing on something else this month. But do you see that's my other Modern Folk, Perfect Sky, you know, that's up there. Let me try to scooch you up without making you dizzy. But guess what's on there? So this is my Long Dog Flirtation that's right here. And this is my very first Modern Folk that I had stitched. And I've already forgotten what it's called. But that's just a painting that I got from the store. And then that's a stitch right here. I think it's from, I forgot already. But anyway, so I think that's all I can think of for right now, just to kind of, you know, stay caught up because I don't want to get too far behind. I do want to try to strive for the 500 subscribers so I can do my Stitchy Kindness. And I hope that I will try to get more content. I like, it's only different this time because I want to get my garden started. And I think the most, time consuming part of it is done right now. As far as my cooking, you know, I have issues with math. It gives me hives. And once I figured out and connected years ago that math is cooking, cooking is math, then all of a sudden my stuff just started turning out so bad. I couldn't make my bread like I used to make pizza dough all the time. And all of a sudden it was just coming out awful. I got in my head. It happens a lot. But, now that I'm, more mature and I'm able to focus a little bit more and not be so like trying to multitask. I think that's where I was. I was always trying to multitask. But anyway, it'll get better. It'll get better. But, and then I won't have to spend a whole day trying to figure out how to do it. But that's my goals. For the rest of this month, I do plan on working on my Stitchy and Gertrude Frisian sampler by Modern Folk Embroidery. I do plan on I'm back on board. I did have the one where I bought I jumped off my no buy for that day. And so I'm back on it, and it feels good. I don't feel as much pain in my core as I was feeling. So life is good. Everything so far, my life has been going according to plan, and that brings me comfort. My family's doing great. My mom is healing up well. She really does appreciate all the support. Flosstube on. Do it. It makes me smile, so I guess I should do that. I'm just gonna do that. But yeah, so if you have any questions or comments below, please leave a comment. If I don't get back to you, I'll certainly... Oh, one last thing. So Andrew, the running stitcher, I have initiated a support. I even forgot what it's called. But anyway, so basically I watch his show. Oh, and who I've been watching. Anyway, stay with me. I'm going to stay here. So Andrew, the running stitcher, he has a marathon that he's running this Sunday. And I did tell him that I was going to walk on his behalf. And I did this a couple weeks ago, and I didn't get that far with my walking because it snowed, okay? It snowed, and I have this little walking machine that's right here, and so I had to fix the tension because it felt like I was walking up a mountain. It was terrible, and I only got 300 steps. It was awful. But so he is doing a marathon this Sunday, and I was planning on doing a walk in support of Andrew, so that way he can kind of get, know that not only do we support each other as stitchers, but we also support each other on certain personal goals. If you would like to join in, that would be awesome. Just look for him on Instagram and Flosstube, and just let him know that you're gonna do, if you want to, that you're gonna be thinking about him while he's running. And I will be acting by walking for him tomorrow as well. I ain't doing a marathon, but I will get up and get out and get moving. The people that I've been watching, because I've been really thinking about this, I will list a few because I can't always remember off the top of my head, and I should write stuff down, but I don't think about that. I think about when I'm watching them, oh, I need to say that I've been watching them. But it's been Cross Stitch to the Globe. It's the two sisters. They are hilarious. Their last video, if you really want to laugh good, watch the whole thing. I'm just saying. I'm going to put them here. Also, I've been watching, of course, Andrew, the running stitcher. I think it was last week or so, Shiloh X Stitch MD also uploaded another video. It's really, really good. Who else am I watching? Oh, what is it called? The cousins, the stitching cousins. I put them in there. They're really good. Of course, Pam and Steph just keep stitching. Snug Harbor Crafts, I gotta get them. There's been a few new people that I've been watching that don't really have as many subscribers. Well, no, they have a lot of subscribers, but they don't get enough views. But they're actually really good. So one, I'll mention her. I just discovered her recently, and she's so chill, but her videos, like, she stitches a lot of really difficult stuff, and I love watching her videos. I'm gonna put her up there too because names are gone. Let me think. I think that's all I can think of off the top of my head. And probably as I'm going through these last little bits, I'll probably just keep throwing some in there. But I really do appreciate Flosstube, and I like, oh, Caroline Zook from Czuk Stitch. I watch her religiously. EJ and Shelia from Sunshine Stitchers. I watch them religiously. Miss Candy 614 Stitcher. I've mentioned her quite a few times, and I do watch her all the time too. So there's a lot of really good content, but those are just a few, the ones that I've been watching over the last 2 weeks. If you have a Flosstube, oh, please, like, share it. I'm on Instagram. You can send me a message with your Flosstube. I would love to take a look. I've been seeing some new ones from the UK that I didn't even know. They're doing like these round robins from Ink Circle's Logic. What's her name? Net? I'm awful. Anyway, so those are just a few of the Flosstuber that I've been watching over the last 2 weeks and discovered new to me over the last 2 weeks. I think that's all I have for right now. It's not a very long video. I mean, 40 minutes is pretty good, right? I appreciate you. I'm going to do some Stitchy Kindness name calls for my next video. I just want to reach that 500 before I get there. My plans, I think before my next video is to attend the Utah Stitchers up at Stitchery Express, Miss Cindy. She's at Market. She went to Market, and she will be having her shop back open on Saturday. So I plan to go there. If you're in Utah or around that time, I will be probably there either the 2nd or the 3rd or the 4th Saturday of March, because I have some things I need to do the first 2 weekends. But I am excited. Okay, I think that's all I have. And then as soon as I end this, then I'm going to remember something important. And I'll just add that to the next video. I really appreciate your time. I do appreciate you waiting. I hope you like my FFOs. They're only going to get better from here, right? You have a wonderful rest of the weekend. I hope your day is as sunny as it is out here. I swear it's so pretty. There is snow on top of the mountains, and it's just like 50 degrees today, which is walking weather. I might have to get out there. Thank you so much. You have a wonderful rest of the day and the rest of the weekend or the evening, and happy stitching. Oh, and for my mom, Flosstube on.